Using phrasal verbs is one of the secrets to sounding natural in English. My name's Michael Anton. I'm an English communication coach, and it's my goal to help you speak English confidently, clearly, and fluently. In today's video, we are going to talk about 6 different phrasal verbs that you can use to describe your lifestyle. That is, how you live your life. So obviously, this is a very important and relevant topic. Now, before we begin, I'd just like to remind you, what are phrasal verbs? Essentially, to create a phrasal verb, you take a regular verb and combine it with a preposition or particle. So, for example, the verb take can be used with take off, take in, take down, or take up. Now, each preposition or particle actually changes the meaning of the verb, so this can get really confusing. Native speakers use phrasal verbs all the time, so they're really important to focus on if you want to sound more natural and if you want to understand native speakers. In my experience, the best way to learn phrasal verbs, or any vocabulary for that matter, is to learn them in context. So instead of organizing them based on a single verb, like put or take, and then memorizing all the possible combinations, like put off, put down, put up with, put forward, put back, it's better to learn them in context. For example, learn a group of phrasal verbs related to a specific topic. That might be sports, hobbies, food and drink, or maybe emotions. You get the point. Essentially, this makes it easier to memorize phrasal verbs because instead of just creating a random list and trying to memorize them, you're actually connecting them with a topic or theme. So that's why in this video, we are also going to focus on learning phrasal verbs in context. And the context of today's video is lifestyle. So let's get right into the video and look at the first phrasal verb, which is to dress up. So what does it mean to dress up? To dress up is a phrasal verb which means to dress formally. For men, this usually means suits, and for women, this could be dresses or gowns. To use this word in a sentence, you could say, she enjoys dressing up for dinner once in a while. Or you could say, we're going to the opera, so we need to dress up. You can dress up to a job interview, to a concert, to a wedding, basically anything that requires more formal clothes. Now, the opposite of dressing up is dressing down. If you want to talk about wearing informal or casual clothes, you can use the phrasal verb to dress down. For example, you could say, the famous actor didn't want anyone to recognize him in public, so he always dressed down. Or you could say, when I'm home alone, I like to dress down because it's more comfortable. So dressing down means wearing more informal clothes like jeans, t-shirts, sweatpants, and so on. You can dress down at home or maybe to a casual event. Now, let's move on to another really common phrasal verb, which you might have heard before, and this is to sleep in. To sleep in means to wake up late. For example, it's the weekend tomorrow, so I can sleep in and wake up at 10. Or, she accidentally slept in and missed work. She woke up too late and missed work. Not good. Now, the past simple and past participle of sleep is not sleeped, but slept. I slept in, and I have slept in. All right, before we continue the lesson and get to the next verbs on our list, if you're finding this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more English lessons. And of course, I love hearing from you, so make sure to leave me a comment below. You can connect with me on Instagram and TikTok. My username on both is English at the Ready. If you want to learn more about how you can improve your English this year, go to www.englishattheready.com or click the link in the description below. All right, with that said, let's get back into the video and look at the next phrasal verb on our list, which is to wind down. Now, to wind down is a phrasal verb which means to rest or relax. Normally you wind down at the end of the day. You're resting, you're relaxing, you're taking it easy before going to bed. You're winding down. Let me give you a couple examples. In the evening, I like to wind down by reading a good book. It's been a busy week at work, so he needs time to wind down this weekend. Now, I want you to be really careful. This verb is not pronounced like wind, which is blowing in the air. It's pronounced wind. And the past simple and past participle is wound. I wound down, and I have wound down. Now, if you're not winding down and you're going to bed late, you can say you're staying up. To stay up is a phrasal verb which means to stay awake, usually until late at night. You're avoiding going to bed. So you could say, I'm going to stay up another 30 minutes before going to sleep. Or, she's really tired, I don't think she'll be staying up much longer. She's going to bed soon, so she won't be awake for much longer. She's not staying up late. Now, the last phrasal verb in today's video is to keep up with something. To keep up with something is a phrasal verb which means to stay informed or to follow some sort of trend. Let me give you a couple examples. I like to keep up with the latest news from around the world. Or, when he was on vacation, the employee did not keep up with what was happening at work. So you can keep up with the latest trends, with the news, and just generally what's happening in the world. Now, the past simple and past participle is kept. I kept up. I have kept up. All right, we have seen 6 different phrasal verbs which you can use to describe your lifestyle. Obviously, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of phrasal verbs, but the ones we looked at today are very common. So if you can study and memorize these and eventually use them when speaking, you will be well on your way to sounding more natural and to understanding native speakers better. If you found this video useful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to English at the Ready if you want more videos about all things English. And if you want to improve your English this year, go to www.englishattheready.com or click the link in the description below. You can also connect with me on Instagram and TikTok. My username on both is English at the Ready. I'll see you in the next lesson.